Yes, indeed. It is the 13th day of Black HERSTORY. Yes, and I am still representing my spiritual daddy, one of them. MLK, you dig? It's still Black History Month. But it's also Black History over here on this channel. Right? So I got the King of Peace on me. You dig? Okay? Kingy and non-violence. Yes, 365. You dig? To keep you alive. You hear me? Now, anyway, the 13th day goes to a woman, a self-made millionaire who made products, skincare products, hair products for her people. Now, imagine, y'all, back then, let's imagine this, right? Back then, now we talking about the early 1900s, right? This woman, by herself, made hair products and sold them. Think about the mindset, right, that you had to have back then. Now, her name was Sarah Breedlove, right? And she was born in Louisiana. So think about how poor it was in Louisiana back then, right? Think about it, y'all. When you think about our ancestors and what they had to go through, and you know this was early 1900s, come on, man. Think about the connections she had to make. Think about how good her products was. If they sold, if she sold 500,000 of her products at that particular time and became a millionaire, you know how much money that was back then? Come on, man. She deserved the title Madam. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. If I had to choose a title, it would be Madam. Yes. Because those of us who believe in self-making ourselves and not riding off the back and coattails and begging for this and begging for that, if we had to title ourselves, yes, call me Madam. That's an appropriate term for a boss, Madam. So for her to be addressed as Madam C.J. Walker, the Madam C.J. Walker back then, come on, man. She had to be big time bona fide hustler in them hair products. And I extra salute that. I have to extra salute that because I know back then that was a time for struggling. Early 1900s. So when I see all these women who have made hair products and became millionaires off of it, man, I think about Madam C.J. Walker and the doors that she kicked down, especially for female hair product makers of today. It's important, y'all. It's important to look back at the people who came before you that did these things that make it easy for you to do. Man, we gotta look at that, y'all. We have to look at this. And it's I'm gonna tell you something. It's something to be honored. It's something to be to have a deep respect for. You dig? For her hustle and determination to build her own brand and legacy to leave behind for an example to see how strong black women were in building and branding a business. Man, hats off. Hats off and salute to the first self-made millionaire black female, Madam C.J. Walker. Okay? 13th day. All right. Now, let's move on. Now, I've seen where Google has officially erased on the calendar Black History Month, y'all. So how do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about them officially erasing Black History Month? Interesting. So is it now that we just gonna erase all? So pretty much the message I'm getting y'all at this point is that if we're going to remember us, we are gonna have to do it. The ADOS, the black people that made history and herstory in this country. It's on us now. It's our responsibility to make sure that we don't forget what we've done. Because at that point, they saying, well, we not honoring y'all no more. And I'm surprised if they don't take federal holidays like Juneteenth away. They already done dipped into gay pride, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they start knocking off our heroes holidays like MLK and shit like that. Now, I don't know how far they gonna go with this shit, but I tell you something. I don't think they're gonna go too far, because when you start digging into holidays like his, I don't know if black folk gonna stand for that. This is a different day and time. So I don't know. We'll see. And I saw where Jasmine Crockett was going in, calling Trump them in his office the Three Musketeers, which I thought was brilliant. That's brilliant. You know, to stand for Mr. Elon Muskie boy. Right? She was calling them the Three Musketeers because when you looked at that video, it apparently seems like Mr. Muskie is running the office and pulling the strings and telling because he has the money over the top of Trump, Mr. Orange, he's calling the shots. So apparently the money is currently running the White House. You know, what I say to that, y'all, is that, hey man, let them do what they gonna do. We have a responsibility. Black people that have made herstory and history, we have a responsibility to us, right? Because we know they not like us. You dig? So we have a responsibility. Now, whether that means that, hey, we need to stop buying from places that they sell shit and stop making them rich, and we need to start pooling our shit in our own community from our own people and build our own shit, our own sections, neighborhoods and shit. Whether we have to do these things, this is our responsibility at this point. If they're not going to benefit and repay us for shit, and by the way, I saw Cali is on their way to doing these things. I saw this. California is on its way to trying to get something for reparations, and I salute that for Cali. But the reparations really, really, really need to come to Georgia, Mississippi, Bama, and Florida, some of Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. These are the southern states that really need these reparations. And you know what I'm saying? The land, the money, and the back pay, all that shit. We are owed all these things, right? So we'll see how it turn out. But I know the ancestors is on the move, and I know that they still working and churning and making sure this shit goes appropriately for us. But in the meantime, we still got work to do. We need to make sure that we are taking care of our own business. So these 4 years, we should be focused on taking care of our own business. We got to sweep around our own house at this point. Because they saying, we ain't doing this for y'all no more. We not honoring these things. We not doing this. That's on y'all now. We have done it enough. We not doing it no more. It's on y'all. So it's on us. You dig? Ain't no more or relying on them to do anything. We must do it for us. And do it with the people who you can do it with. And it ain't everybody, but it's somebody. Alright. Anyway, get on off here. The 13th day of Black HERSTORY belongs to the madam, self-made millionaire, C.J. Walker. You dig?